Good evening, Namaste. I welcome you all to this weekly VICHAR webinar. This initiative has been from Federation of Indian Associations Victoria. We've been running it from last 6 to 8 months now, and it is feeling so good that we are able to attract lots of speakers from the community. We have lots of talent in the community, and all the main purpose of this initiative is to bring that knowledge for wider good. So we encourage all of you, all the audience, all people who are watching it on YouTube, please come forward, come out of your fear, share your knowledge. I personally believe everyone in this room, in this audience, has got some talent to share, and sharing is caring, as we all know. So please come forward. The reason I'm doing it weekly so that we can accommodate as many people as possible. So we want to hear from all of you. So welcome our speaker today, Sunil Singhal ji. Welcome. Thank you for accepting this request on a very short notice. And
Thank you, Sunil.
you've been good friend for long couple of years now. And so Sunil is an IT professional with more than 18 years of experience in various industry. He brings in full stack IT experience and recently working big data and AI space. So Sunil has been watching this space very closely and excited to share his knowledge with us in this webinar. Apart from his professional thing, like he's a good volunteer as well. He's part of our dads group in the community. He's been very active, supports each other. He's always available to share his knowledge. And he's very humble. He's very calm and quiet. When we speak to him, we feel so relaxed, calm, and he shares his wisdom with all of us all the time. That said, I would encourage all to ask as many questions as possible during this webinar. You can type your questions in the chat. Those who are watching it on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Those who are live audience as well, please like and subscribe when I share the recording. That encourages me and encourages the viewership of this webinar. We need to spread this word. When I share the LinkedIn post or Facebook post, please like and subscribe, because when you click on those like, we can spread, we can bring more audience as well. We can attract all future speakers as well in this webinar. So with that note, I welcome you once again, Sunil, and request you to present your wisdom on the AI trends. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Suryaji. And first of all, thank you so much for inviting me to speak on this buzz topic of AI. And I'm feeling very privileged to be part of this community and group where people come and share their knowledge, and that's how we grow together. So, and thank you for your humble words, Suryaji. You are more humble than me, and I always feel like being an idol person for me. Uh, with that note, let me share the content for the day today, and let me know when you guys are able to see my screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Cool, thank you. All right. So once again, good evening to everyone. Today's topic is AI updates and adapting across professions. And what I want to share is I want to build upon a story which was like already presented to you by Saranya. A
Sunil,
couple
I
of
think
months
you're
ago.
sharing the other screen. Can you swap the display, please? Click
Okay,
on the swap display because we can see your
sure. 1 minute.
click on the
Apologies.
swap display option,
Yeah,
or
give me a minute.
that's okay.
Um, is that okay now?
Now, if you go into presentation mode,
Yeah.
it is showing us this. So there's a top button, swap display. Swap next to end show. Next to end show, there's a swap display.
Oh,
One on the right. One on the right. One on the right. Yeah, one on the right. Not to write, just there when in tips, next to tips, and use slideshow.
It doesn't show me actually.
Okay, maybe.
It's hidden somewhere on my screen. Just do it one more time.
Yeah,
Swap.
yes. Yeah, it was good. This is
It's
good
okay
now.
now?
Yeah, yes, perfect. Thank you.
Cool, cool. All right. Apologies for this glitch. Thank you, Suryaji, for helping me. So today's topic is AI updates and adapting across professions. And as I was saying, that this will be built on the foundation which was built by Saranya in webinar 7. If you guys have not watched that webinar, I will highly encourage to go and look at that webinar. I think link will be shared by Suryaji in the meeting notes if you have not already seen it. But that webinar is actually building a foundation layer that how AI is actually getting used in our day-to-day life. And there were obviously key takeaways from that webinar. And Saranya has presented that how can you use it for your personalized meal plans as an interview coach, automating the not making and content creation. What's the difference between AI and ML, and obviously how to use AI safely and responsibly. So huge credits to Saranya. But we will build on top of that, and most of the content where what she presented, it was more around how can we easily or quickly think about that, how can we present our prompt to this chat GPT or the other LLMs in such a way that it gives you the accurate information. I'll not say accurate, but it is all dependent on what context you pass to the AI software and what it ingests from that context and what response it gives to you. But it was mainly around that how can you structure your prompt in such a way that it gives you the information that you need. But we will build on top of that information, and we'll try to go into more details of that what's the newest AI trends that we have today, how AI is influencing careers beyond the technical side of things, what are the practical strategies that you can adapt AI in your field. And when I say your field, it is not limited to like one field, it can be across. It can be retail industry, it can be medical, it can be healthcare, it can be education, it can be any industry of your choice. So it is helpful in all other industries is what we are saying. Then we'll go into that how the AI will actually unlock the opportunities which are yet to be seen. And then lastly, we will go into that how Gen AI evolution is happening, how we are going from just interacting with an AI software to customizing it for enterprise or organization needs, and how it is actually empowering the human being for taking end-to-end workflows and doing the actions as well. It is not generating just content, it is doing the next bit of things as well, which is actions.
I would add just 2 points here, Sunilji.
Yeah,
So it's not just for the profession, but it can help each and everybody for other personal life as well, not for the profession, but for personal life in terms of creative things or connecting with the community, family, and all.
yeah, yep,
And and also Nvidia CEO made some comment few days ago that AI is not going to replace jobs, but it will, because it will make things very efficient
yep,
and there's no opportunity to slow down. It will give you
correct.
concrete steps, so it will actually make people more busier in
Mhm.
their professions. So it's going
Yeah,
to revolutionize a lot. But just wanted to make a mindset early on. But continue. Over to you, Sunilji.
yeah, yep. No, very well said, Suryaji. Thank you. And to your point that AI is like people have a fear that it is going to replace my job, but It is always seen as a like a co-pilot with you. It's like a companion which is obviously there for enhancing your skills, working along with you, not like replacing you. So still it is being trained by humans, but it is not going to replace your jobs. It will again works alongside with you, and it will empower you to do things which are AI specific so that you can focus on tasks which AI can't do. That's the whole motto. So it can be like again, Suryaji said that it can be in your field, it can be in your personal world. That's like we need to explore where AI can be make useful for doing things which we can save our time on, and potentially can offload those kind of things to AI and focus on other set of things which AI can't do. So cracking upon this newest AI trends, we should know the the trend which Saranya was showing in her webinar was that it is mainly around the text generation part, that you give some prompt and it will respond to you with text. So now it is not only text, it is going beyond text as well. It can understand that it text as well as your image. It can understand other types of data, videos, images. So that's why it is called multimodal now. Earlier it was just limited to text. So multimodal is like it is going towards ingesting lots and lots other types of formats of information as well. Like think of that you give a picture of your fridge content, and it will give you and you ask with a prompt saying that you can give me a recipe of what I can cook with that what is shown in that image. And what it will give you back is that it will seize the ingredients and generates a recipe out of that image, and that's how it ingests the information from the image that you will provide to it. It can be extended to videos. ChatGPT, if you look at, there is another tab you will see that's called OpenAI Sora, that potentially is looking for ingesting videos and images and taking into account what it can do with images and videos as well, apart from text. It is just an example. Like I used this image example that I just now quoted for fridge example. I was looking at KBC. You all will be known about KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati serial. And Amitabh Bachchan asks many sort of questions to the participants. And the question which I was not known about the answer of, I just took a photo of that and I just posted it to ChatGPT, and it gave me the answer that I was looking for. So I no longer need to type that what should be the answer and what this is the question and what should be these are the options and this is the what should be the answer. I just need to click a photo, give it to ChatGPT, and it can give me the answer. So that's how it is going from just text only kind of thing to multimodal.
I just want to add one more disclaimer that we are not promoting any one product. ChatGPT
Yeah,
is just one common knowledge example, but there you can apply this knowledge or comments what Sunil would make to any other Gen AI tool. Yeah,
yeah,
continue.
yeah, exactly. Next is like generative AI is evolving from novelty to utility. And you will see that integration of these Gen AI specific tools in your day-to-day softwares. If you work with Microsoft Teams, you will see that its integration is possible, and it can take meeting notes, which Saranya was also showing in her webinar. And it is like integrated in such a way that it is making you more productive. Microsoft 365 Copilot, Adobe Firefly, if you guys have used of that software, it is empowering you to do things which obviously you will take a lot of time doing. Same way, like other, we work day to day with GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and we see that integration of Gemini into each and every service which Google Cloud provides. That's how it is getting integrated into our day-to-day tools in such a way that we obviously can make use of those things to make us more productive. We do code, and we have a software called Visual Studio Code, and there you will see that integration of this Microsoft Copilot in such a way that you can ask questions, you can edit the code that has been written by us, or you can go into a different mode which is called an agent mode. There it can eventually ask for the prompt, and it can complete the complex workflows and tasks as well for you. So that's how generative AI is evolving. It is deeply integrated into our day-to-day tools, and it is becoming an invisible and seamless kind of assistant which works alongside with us in every app. It's automating tasks, it is summarizing emails, it is generating the reports, and obviously creating presentations as well. You think of that you are having a Adobe Photoshop screen open, and if you want to edit or select an area and simply type a command that make this area more sunny and light, then it will eventually modify the image according to what prompt you have given, and it will adjust the other parts of that image according to what you have asked for. You guys might have seen that Google Pixel phones. There you see that Google Lens is one of the feature where it enables you that you select or you take a photo from that Google Pixel phone, and it eventually gives you information about that image itself. So this is becoming more and more deeply integrated into our day-to-day life now.
Sunilji, if I can reword what you're saying, is that nowadays all you need is creative thinking.
Yep,
Skill is not a limitation anymore.
yep,
So you can
exactly.
leverage the skill through AI. Just express your creativity into it.
Yep,
It
yep,
will do job for you. So you're not limited that you no longer even if you're not a graphic designer, you can do graphic designing work. If you're not a journalist,
yeah,
you can not write articles and all. So you can do all that. There's no limit to skills. You are multiplied by the skills, and
correct.
all you need to do is show courage, show expression, and
Yep,
you can have 20 other skills instantly.
correct. Correct. So when we will look at the practical strategies to adapt AI in your field, potentially, I think these are the points that I will go and repeat and correlate with what we have spoken in this newest AI trends slide. And all it needs is like how you can discover that what are the potential areas in which you can apply AI, so that you know that this is the task I do day to day, and this is consuming my lots of time. Thereby you get an opportunity to think about that how can you use AI to do things so that you can effectively do things which are not being done by an AI system. Moving on, the next trend is small language model. We obviously have heard of large language models. Small language model is coming into picture because this thing needs to be supported on to devices as well now. When I say devices, like mobile phones and other edge devices, so that's where the trend is going, that we need to make it like smaller so that and more efficient models, so that these devices also can make use of this wonderful technology. It should not be just limited to desktop or like laptop kind of screens. It should be available in smaller versions as well. Then next one is AI agents and autonomous task completion. There it is actually looking for that you give this AI system a complex workflow or task to cover. Obviously, it will look at what context and prompt you have given it, and it will try to to do and do the complex of or the orchestration of the whole of the workflow for you, and it eventually will look for confirmation from you before it can do the final actions on your behalf. That's how the trend is going, and we will talk more about this trend in couple of slides later on, that how it is evolving from a LLM and prompt word to AI agents way as well. Next one is open source versus closed source tension, and this is potentially like will derive what is looking like the future of AI development. Most of the language models that we see today are obviously closed source. This community is building around that. How can we make these models as open source so that people can make use of these open source models to build and customize and bring more uh, kind of transparency. But obviously, it raises safety and concerns and other issues as well once it becomes open source. Closed source, obviously, there is an issue that it can be um, it is requiring more control, and it just concentrates that power in large corporations hands only. So that's where it's attention, that where it should go towards open source or closed source, and that eventually will drive the future of AI development in future.
If I
Lastly,
if I
yep,
can
yep,
comment on that open source and closed source.
yep,
Closed source is like it's a highly opinionated large language model AI that all those opinions are black box for us, that we can't see what they have made that AI assistant think like. We have no visibility there. What
yep,
the instructions have been given to that AI model is not visible to the audience. With open source, it gives you like a 3D printing model that you can print it in your home. Same thing with the open source AI model is that you can customize it as per your business need, as per your project need, as per your requirement, and you have clear visibility of how that AI should think and respond to the user queries. So I think that's in simple terms I can comment there. Babanji, you want to say something about it?
100% agree with you, Surya, on this one. And open source, one of the best examples nowadays is home automation system where it completely works on your, it could be the triggered command, it could be voice command, it could be any movement commands or whatever it is. So that's the open source has actually opened the ocean of opportunities to all the people, So yeah, just want to add that.
cool.
Thank you, Babanji. Yeah, continue, Sunil. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The lastly, the growing focus on AI safety, ethics, and regulation is coming into picture because more powerful AI becomes, we need to put a governance boundary around it as well. So there is more and more push towards like how can we govern it, and so that it eventually remains within the boundary of ethics and regulation as well. We'll talk more about this on in future slides as well. But these are the newest trends that we see happening in in AI world now.
I'll make one comment there. It is becoming bigger focus because all the businesses are making multiple AI models compete with each other. They are using AI to test AI, using AI
Yeah,
to check the safety, AI to check the ethics. So it becomes a very complex ripple
yeah,
effect there. Hence, a proper regulation and proper process need to be defined, and everybody need to be as open source
correct.
approaches, and that clarity need to be there. And some standards are getting built as we speak. Yeah.
Yep, yep, cool. Thanks, Suryaji. Moving on to the next topic, that how AI is influencing careers beyond tech, and in this one we will like, look at more and more examples of different industries where we see the use cases of AI happening, and these are like just few handful of examples that I have found, but this is not just limited to those industries. It can go beyond, and it can affect or it can be useful in other industries as well. So now the question that we were talking about is that whether AI is going to replace my job or not. It's mainly about that it is not going to replace, it is just going to augment your existing roles, and it is going to work in co-pilot way. You are still the pilot, it is working as the co-pilot, and it will assist you in doing your job, and will take away things which are obviously not requiring human intervention. It can do some things which obviously you can pass it on to AI, and you can focus on things which an AI can't do. So it is like a powerful assistant that will handle routine tasks, and it will free up the professionals to focus on higher value uh, human centric work. Think of an example in healthcare industry. The doctors and professionals are now making use of AI to detect, look at the X-rays and MRIs to detect the early signs of potential anomalies like tumors and fractures. Earlier, the doctors used to look at the X-rays on their own, and they used to consult the patient with that it can be a possibility of a fracture. But this, with the introduction of AI, this is like becoming more closer to reality, that it can certainly predict some things, even though it is not fully accurate. There needs to be a human intervention again, but it is very useful in terms of detecting those early signs of anomalies and tumors in patients, and the doctors can take preventive actions before it goes into a state where it is not curable.
If I
Uh,
can comment on that analogy, that example you took about doctors and hospitals, there's a big competition going across the world with multiple countries. They want to make a collective brain for medical knowledge. In traditional doctor visit, when we do, that knowledge and experience of patient problem resides into doctor's mind. With this AI world, all these AI models are sharing with each other. AI is talking to each other. They're building a common shared knowledge base, and they, within a hospital, within a locality, within a country, they can discover the trends among multiple diagnoses, and that is going to revolutionize how the medical services are provided in just few months or a year, if not too far. And the whichever country, whichever organization, whichever hospital chain builds that brain quicker, they will lead that monopoly around that trend, which is coming very soon. It's going to the number, as you said, Sunil, the number of diagnoses humans can do versus AI can do will multiply,
yeah,
so that there's less waiting time. When we go
correct.
to pharmacy today as well, it takes a long time. It takes at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes for pharmacists to enter our data before they
Yeah,
can give us a very simple medicine. But with
yeah,
this AI and all, I think it's improve the overall quality of service to the patients.
yeah,
Less waiting time, home-based diagnosis, and many things are possible. So
correct.
very interesting space to watch in coming
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, effectively, you are reading my notes, Suri. The next point was that AI is effectively managing the patient records in billing codes, and thereby it is increasing the accuracy and efficiency of those records as well. It human is not like doing the data entry operator role kind of things now. With AI coming in, this is increasing accuracy and efficiency of these pharmacy systems as well. Moving on to the other industry, a varied example is legal side. Lawyers can make use of this technology to look at different emails and the legal documents to find the relevant evidence for a case in minutes, rather than going through manually and finding out that the evidence in weeks or months of time. And that eventually is allowing lawyers to focus on strategy, the client counseling, and the courtroom arguments. So thereby it is working, it's helping in speeding up the finalization of the course on the cases in courts, and that eventually is like making them more and more efficient as well. Uh, Another example is from marketing and creativity. Adobe Firefly, as I was telling previously, that you can select a portion of the image and you can modify it as per your needs. Another example is like again Google Pixel. I'm not promoting Google Pixel, but it is effectively giving you that you can erase someone from the picture itself, so that you can get an experience of that you were alone when this picture was clicked, and it eventually will make a blend of the background in such a way that you can't even recognize that there was another person standing nearby you. Finance and accounting is another one, which is probably my domain. There are like lots of examples happening in finding out the potential fraud across many transactions which are happening, the compliance risks, and the complaints resolution, dispute resolution. Lots of examples are there, which where AI is like getting effective, more and more effective in finding out those complex issues, and thereby saving the bankers time and accountants time to focus on more priority tasks. Agriculture, you guys might have heard of precision agriculture, and that is more focusing on that how AI can actually look at satellite imagery and sensor data to tell to farmers that this part of the field actually is needing water, and this is something like the soil quality in this area, plus the pets are oh sorry, the pests are actually needing into this area, and the pets might be impacting your other area as well, so that farmer can actually think proactively on making that soil or the other part of the field enhanced, and get the best quality of crops from there. In
Basically,
education, sorry.
Basically, what you're saying is that it's not about those professionals to use this technology effectively, but you as an individual, you can augment
Yep.
yourself. You can
Yep.
put a lawyer hat, you can put a agriculture scientist hat and all by using these tools
Correct.
to educate yourself, inform yourself. Then when you go to an expert, you have done all the homework through this
Yes.
AI augmentation,
Yeah.
so that when you go and talk to an expert, you can have very quality conversation in short period of time rather than getting confused and getting less informed before you go to an expert. And so rather
Yes.
than seeing that those individual profession will improve, you can see you as an individual as well, no matter if you have that domain experience or not. You can go and compare. For example, if you're buying a property and all, you can, before going to conveyancer
Yeah.
or to review it, you can do review yourself, initial bullet points, what are the key things.
Yeah.
If you can discover something, you can make some and then take those specific concerns to clarify with a convincer. Always take an expert advice. We are not saying that fully rely on AI, but then you can narrow down your conversation, bring those specific areas to discuss. So yeah,
Yeah.
please continue
Yeah.
with your examples. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Another example is from education domain, that the students can actually get their assignments or things done in personalized manner, even though it is like making them lazy, but still it can AI can provide them insights about that how can you structure things, or how can you create a personalized goal to achieve their career aspirations. Same thing goes to retail, that retail area, probably it is looking for that how somebody can do an inventory management the online shopping recommendations you might see on Amazon, plus the movie recommendations you see in Netflix, all are like examples of AI enabling those kind of recommendations based on the data that it is being provided with, and thereby enabling much more personalized and customized experience for customers. So, and when AI is coming into picture, it is entirely creating new jobs and specialties as well on its own. Like you might see that we talked about that how you can structure your prompt in such a way that eventually has given rise to prompt engineering as a specialty. So if you are well versed in doing the effective prompts, you can be a specialized person who can say that this you have a prompt engineering skill as well. So this is giving rise to new jobs and specialties as well. Context engineering is another one where you need to provide the context to this language models in such a way that it remains within the boundary of the number of tokens it can allow, plus it can give you effectively that how much context you can pass it on to and how effective it will be aligned to your prompt. So that is another domain where it is creating new jobs and specialties as well. And obviously there are industry specific transformations as well, which is influencing the not only like your career, but quickly you need to learn that how you can make use of AI as the most powerful tool to augment the things that you do in your day-to-day life. Uh, Coming on to next one, which is more interesting one. These are like the examples that I provided is like very limited to certain domains only. But now you need to think about that what things you can do or what questions you can ask yourself so that you can adopt the AI in your field as well. So we will go on to those practical strategies.
Before
And
we go, I think
yeah,
Babanji has raised a hand, and
yep,
we can
Uh,
take one more suggestion from any audience as well. What
yep,
do they think?
yeah.
What? Yeah.
Thank you, Surya. Just to extend your note, Sunil, on
yep,
the potential opportunities in future, um, other than the prompt engineer, the designer that you talked about, I could say from a distance, and I can visualize based on my experience over the last more than a couple of decades, is there would be a strong and very strong involvement from AI policy and regulation specialist point of view, number one.
yep,
Number two, since AI is going to be quite exceptionally good in conducting the repetitive tasks, so when it comes to the human interactions, it's like AI ethics consultant is going to be again extremely important
yep,
because in order to ensure whether the transparency, the connections, and everything is so fair and transparent, and it is a bias-free model. Because imagine a prompt
yep,
engineer or every individual prompt probably might have some sort of neutral or some sort of bias responses, and in order to ensure that it is completely followed under the guardrails, the AI ethics consultant is going to be an exceptionally
yep,
popular role, right? And without any again taking much of time, there would be another concept of human AI collaboration coach, because yes, AI would be able to handle all those repetitive and calculating and some sort of task, right?
yep,
You would still need a lot from human. For example, AI, you know the future is less about human versus AI. It is more about humans with AI.
yep, yep,
Right. So yeah, just wanna extend your very critical point that you raised. Thank you so much, Sunil.
yep, yep.
Very
Thank you,
thoughtful.
Bhuvan.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Baban. Yeah.
Yeah, as we were talking about practical strategies, it's the time. So now think about that you want to adapt to AI in your field. And so you don't need to be a programmer for doing that one. You just need to be thinking about becoming a strategic power user of AI. And before you become a strategic power user of AI, you need to ask some questions to yourself, so that you can effectively make use of AI in the areas where it will be a right fit, and the things which you want to do, probably you can focus more on those kind of things. So you think of or view AI as an intern who is incredibly fast and he's having knowledge, but obviously it is mistake prone as well. So you need to train it, you need to give it clear instructions, and you need to verify its work as well. So think of that way. If you will think that way, you will be effectively be able to leverage its capabilities in such a way that it will augment your capabilities, and plus it will not take decisions what you need to take on. So audit your workflow. This is like the what part of, and you need to ask yourself three questions. First is like, what do I spend too much time on? What are my information overload tasks? What is a task I wish I had an assistant for? So if you will ask, or if you will ask these questions to yourself, you will come to know that what are your priorities. Like, think of a teacher, and teacher is asking that you teacher is saying that he needs to work on individual feedback on student essays. That's like his primary task. But he needs to think of that this is the main task where he's spending more time on, and thereby he can leverage AI to do those kind of things, so that he can effectively work on other priority tasks. That's why that applies to each and every field, that if you can focus on these three questions and find out that what is something like consuming your time, and how can AI contribute towards answering those questions, that's the beginning for you.
Can I pause for a second?
Yep.
That when you took an example of a teacher who want to do a student's assessment,
Yep.
and that is a very good example that assume if they're going a traditional way of assessing the student assessment, it will take 5-10 minutes per student, right? And within an hour, they can only do 5 or 10, right?
Yep.
And with AI, because AI is going to write a summary and highlight selective part of their assessment, that, oh, this is the area you need to look, and this is my critical comment on this area, then
Yep.
teacher, instead of taking 5 minutes, will finish off the assessment in 2 minutes, or they may be able to do 20 or 30 assessment in an hour. So
Yep.
everybody, that with that an example, everybody is going to get more busier if they, and they will get more productive
Yep.
with using AI as an augmentation and assistance. Yeah. Over to you,
Yes.
Sunil.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Surya. Uh, yeah. Once you have got the answers to this what questions, now you need to find the right tool, and that's like the how part. There are different set of tools which are like adapted to different kind of problems. Like we were talking about ChatGPT. It is mainly used for text and summary and summarization kind of tasks. There are other set of tools as well. You need to discover those set of tools which is effectively suiting your field and area, and you can quickly search and find out that this is the right tool for my area. Like example, if I provide Otter AI, if you my guys might have heard of, or Copilot is mainly for not taking meeting notes and providing summary and noting down that what are the actions for the people in the meeting. Those are some examples where, but if effectively you need to find the right tool that what can augment your space. Uh, the next is start small and specific. That's the pilot world. If you go and say to AI that manage my project, it will not be able to understand, because your project might be quite big. even though it's like a vague definition that you are giving a project to AI. So you need to start very small and very specific on that front. Like if you say AI to use or say to AI that draft my weekly meeting this Monday, or draft an agenda for my weekly meeting this Monday. This is like very small and very specific kind of task that you are assigning to AI, and there it will shine because it's like a small task. It's like a task which is having a definition, and it is very specific as well. Think other example is like, so it you can say summarize 20-page industries report into 3 bullet points. So it is having that idea that it needs to go into the 20-page report, and it needs to understand the context, and it needs to summarize that into 3 bullet points. That's how you need to be, like, very very small and specific. That's how you will eventually learn that what context and what things it is looking for, so that it can give you the answers you are looking for from the large sum of text. That's the pilot kind of uh,
Can
uh, the task.
can we pause and take one quick question from Neeraj ji?
Sure.
Yeah, over to Neeraj ji.
Can I say ask now?
Yeah, you can.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yeah, it's basically an observation. Sunil, one very important point is the use of language in AI.
Mhm.
And I understand, maybe you know more, you can explain us. Most of it is in English all over
Yep.
the world.
Yep.
Uh, Chinese is going up, Spanish is going up, and so on.
Mhm.
So this language problem is a very big problem for AI.
Yeah.
People who don't know English or are weak in, even if we just know, let us say, running English, we can't make a prompt, very difficult. I have in journalism for 41 years, and even still I find it difficult. So,
Mhm.
so I have to learn it. So those who don't know English, and there are campaigns in many countries, including India, that learn other languages and not English. So what
Yeah.
would of AI in such a situation? Number one, and number two, and this is my last one, just an observation basically.
Mhm.
The Greek foreign minister has said that now the world is controlled by cloud capital.
Mhm.
Capital means the people, the companies which control the cyber world, like
Mhm.
Google. And you understand what I'm trying to say, AI, and they also now control the AI.
Mm.
They want profit. So AI is not free actually.
Yeah. Yep.
And, and after a while, we have to pay for it.
Yep.
How much we'll pay? Continue to pay. I mean,
Yeah.
though Dhruv Rathi has formed a new one called AI Festa,
Mhm.
which all of them together. I don't know how it works. So I thought maybe yes, you could just observe something on these 2 points.
Yeah, sure, sure, Neeraj. Um, your first question that it is just limited to English language, probably that barrier is closing day by day, because it is getting the support for like other languages as well. Hindi, I know that it is supported in ChatGPT is what I know. Bangladesh is like another example which I know, that I have built an application which supports Bangladeshi language as well. So this is a kind of a known problem, that it is, if it is going to be widely adopted by people who are not known about only about English. It can be used by people who are like looking into support for other languages as well. But your question is valid, that it is not getting widely adopted because of that language barrier as well.
I'm
But
not
things
against,
are becoming closer and closer now.
against English, but I think of people who can't understand and do it.
Hmm.
Neeraj ji, I think with the voice to text technology, all these AI models are now accepting any language. You talk in Gujarati, Marwadi,
Yeah.
Punjabi, and all, and it will listen to you. It will
Well,
answer to you in any language as well. So it can have multilingual as well. You ask in English or Hindi, or it will respond in different language.
there is a translation system. For example, even my website, I have 14 languages apart from English by pressing a button, which is AI operated, I suspect. My other question was about cloud capital. But these companies are want to make profit. They're not for freebies for us, So do you think this all will be affordable, in the long run?
See, the cloud adoption is actually making it easy for people to adopt it because obviously, when we were talking about open source and closed source models and hosting those models onto either the company hosts it or you host it at your end in your local laptop itself. These are because obviously these are very large long language model which needs certain resources to be there in your system.
Okay.
It is having a constraint on that how much memory you need in your laptop and how much CPU and compute power you have. So when it comes down to cloud world, actually it is bridging that gap and it is providing a platform so that you don't need to host onto your system. It is just like acting as a web service and you can connect to that web service and get the answer that you are looking for
I,
rather than worrying about uplifting your compute and resources.
I will wrap it up by saying that what I am trying to say is that these are private companies who want to make money, out of it.
Yeah.
So what is the future for that, Yes, okay, we have to pay for what we do. I
Mhm.
have nothing, no objection to that. But
Yeah.
think I mean, how much will people give, for services in this? Is there any regulation or anything? Is there anything?
Uh, as far as I know, means that the open source and closed source is actually going to bridge that gap,
Oh,
uh, and it will not be just in hands of few corporations or organizations who are hosting those models today.
yeah.
Uh, Once it becomes open source, I think it can be used, it can be made available to a common man as well, and they can host it onto their system in such a way that they don't need to pay for what companies are looking for.
Okay.
Yep. Conscious of time,
And
Ravi.
just to
Yep.
add,
Yep. Ravi. Yeah.
yeah, Neeraj, OpenAI's open source model is available for anyone to download and host it locally. So I think coming to your point that these company control, I think as Sunil ji is saying, there are a lot of open source AI LLM models available out there, and I don't
Yep.
Yeah,
think any particular private company can properly
Yeah.
correct.
twist your arm. Sunil ji, continue.
But
Yeah.
they are demanding money for everything.
No, you have seen, Neeraj, you have seen the time when the internet came, how slow and less download you have to pay thousands or lakhs of rupees in India. And for mobile, when came, mobile charges were so high in the beginning. When it became ubiquitous technology, it became very cheap. Not that cheap. Internet is literally free nowadays. So that's it. I think we can take this offline. I'm conscious of time, so that Sunil,
Yeah.
you can wrap up today's webinar.
Cool. Yeah, the next one I was mentioning is that we need to master the skill of prompting, and that was like whole of focus in previous webinar as well. We need to focus on three things that we need to ask AI to adapt to a role, then it should go for a task, and there should be a format in which we are looking for an answer. Think of one example I'm just reading out. Uh, the prompt that you can give to AI is act as an real estate marketing expert. Your task is to write five compelling Facebook ad headlines for a three-bedroom family in Glen Beverly area in Melbourne, Australia. Focus on the benefits of space, school, and community. So it is having all the three things that we spoke about: role, task, and the format it needs to respond to. So that's how the prompting becomes more and more important. The the input you will provide, the same kind of output you will expect. There is a saying goes in software that if you will provide garbage, you will get garbage out only. So garbage in, garbage out scenario. Next is verify and edit habit. So it says that never trust AI. It is always like your responsibility to verify the statistics, the data, and the quotes it gives you. So you should always be, because it always gives you generic type of responses. It is your responsibility to verify that the response it has given is accurate. If it is not accurate, then you go and edit it. You say to it that this is not looking correct. So it will eventually go, you will go into an habit of, you will self verify and edit it so that it eventually will correct itself and give you or take you more towards more accuracy. The next one is that focus on human and AI collaboration. And there it says that it is not going to replace you, but to amplify your uniquely human tasks only. So let AI handle non-human centric tasks, and you take care of strategic decision making, emotional intelligence, ethical considerations, and building relationships. That's how you can make effective use of AI. And that said, that these become the practical strategies so that you can adapt AI in your field as well. Very quickly, jumping onto that, what AI will unlock. There are lots of thoughts around that it will unlock or it will do democratization of expertise and creation. It will solve some impossible problems. It will augment the human cognition and creativity, and it will give birth to new industries and economic models. Plus, it will transform the relationship with physical world. So these are looking like, and there is a flip side of this one as well, that there is a risk involved based on that how ethical AI remains, based on what governance it comes out with. So there is a flip side of it. It might destroy the whole kind of potential things that we are looking for. So the cross and open source is like still coming out again in picture, saying that this will eventually drive the AI development going on. Uh, Conscious of time, I want to talk about a picture which is mainly talking about Gen AI evolution. And this is the picture where we started with prompting an LLM, which is like very early phase ChatGPT style. It just relies on what data it was trained with, and it is mainly for summarizing, brainstorming, and there was no fresh knowledge, no real knowledge, real world actions was there into that world, because it was quite limited and it was just giving answers based on what it was trained with. But now we are going more towards like enterprise or organization specific use cases, because organizations have lots of data which is private data only, which these LLMs can't make or can't get hold of. So that industry or an organization is having a capability of that, making use of these LLMs with their data. How can they make use of these LLMs to do things in their organizations? That's where this next thing comes into, which is called retrieval augmented generation, which is combining the LLM with external knowledge sources. It is having like you can ingest your own information into the system, and you can make use of LLM to prepare the context around that documentation or database, so that it gives you accurate answers and up to date answers as well. The next world is like this LLM and RAG thing is like, it is not near perfect kind of thing. Obviously, we need tools as well, so that it can, if you go to outside world and look for weather report. Let's say you want to know about that how is the weather in Melbourne, Australia now. So it eventually can make use of that weather API to get the data from, and you can combine that information in your final answer, so that it can effectively take a decision that whether it is okay for it to book a flight and add to your calendar or not. So it is mainly around extending its capabilities, not only just limiting it to the information that it has. Plus, it is giving you more capability around that you can go to external world and grab some information from there as well. Next one is, and the last one is that it has got the reasoning capabilities now, that it can coordinate multiple tools. It can create a complex orchestration workflow. It has reasoning kind of capability, that it can plan, it can act and reflect and retry things as well. And thereby it is like more suited for solving complex tasks and complex workflows as well. And once it is like multiple agents working together, then it becomes multi-agent systems, which will work as a specialized agents and working in a team. Each agent will be having a role. One role will be like orchestrator agent, another role will be like another a researcher, another is a planner, another is executor, so that these agents can work in tandem and collaboration with each other to solve that real world problem. The example is like AI project team managing product development end to end. That is like the multi-agent systems we are looking for. With that said, this is the content that I have, and thank you for the opportunity given to me. I know that we are out of time, but if there are any questions, we can take it offline as well. Yeah, thank you, Suryaji. To you.
So overwhelmed, so good presentation you made, Sunil bhai. And
Thank you.
so as I said in the introduction, he's so calm personality. The way he has communicated is going straight to our heart, and we can absorb every single bit he tried to explain. I'm sure, like before this webinar, we were discussing that, oh, our webinar, the presentation will finish in 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We have to do the whole 1 hour, and we are over the limit. But
Yeah.
so impressed, so good content, Sunil bhai. You
Yeah,
put
thank
it
you.
so well in short period of time. I just spoke to you yesterday morning in the train,
Yeah.
and you could make this beautiful. You had was last slide in your
Yeah.
existing
Yeah.
pack. You could make the entire presentation within few hours today itself,
Yeah.
and you've expressed and explained so well. Thank you so much. Ravi, you want to make some comment?
Yep. So I just wanted to make some general comments around advent of AI. So I primarily now I'm focused on sales and marketing side of things in the work that I do, Sunilji. And what I've found is there's a lot of people who are basically using AI to manage communications, and which is fantastic. And I think the people who are receiving these, they are probably going through a fatigue now. And what I've realized is now they're actually valuing human interaction. So
Yeah.
they want to speak, you want to go. So I want to assure everybody that AI is not going to take your job. It will not replace humans.
Yeah.
I think because it's new, people are sort of, going through it. But at one point, because these emails would be so perfectly crafted, everyone would know that these comms are all, made up, and you would ultimately want to speak to another human. So that's basically, like my experience has learn as much as you can. So when you have that personal interaction, come across as someone who knows what he's speaking, and then that will open up opportunities. So that's a general statement. I've got a trick question for you, Sunilji. When is AGI coming?
Sorry, I don't have a definitive
So
answer.
I think, yeah, it's a trick question. As you said, a trick question, you can pass it on. That would be for another webinar. So artificial general intelligence, it's coming soon, and we are all excited about it.
Yes.
Any other closing comments? Babanji, you want to raise your hand as well?
Nah, I not really questions or concerns, but definitely a huge heart full of compliments for you, Sunil. It was
you.
one of those nicely articulated and presented sessions in the presentations, I would say. All right.
Thank you.
So keep up the great work what you're doing, and keep digging more information, and keep on educating all of us as we travel along, because this is one of those very critical yet very delicate piece of technology that we human beings are going to deal and need to deal with it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So And I completely agree with Ravi saying that, yeah, it is not going to 100% replace human beings, because that's where the human AI contribution and the collaboration is going to be so instrumental in
Yep.
everything that we do.
Yep.
Keep the positivity, keep yourself abreast with new technology, new terms and everything, and
Yep.
then you will far away from FOMO, which is fear of missing out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you, Mohanji.
congratulations once again, and Surya, thank you so much. I've got to
Thank you.
drop off now because I've got another linked session.
Sure,
And teams are waiting for me,
no
but I've got
problem.
to go. And thank you
I'll
so much, and see you next time.
say, Bhavan, I'll
Thank you.
keep it on for a few more minutes so that I can hear some more comments. Yes,
Sounds good. Sure. Bye bye.
Can I say
Moti
something?
Vijaji, yes, Moti Vijaji, yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes, please, Moti ji.
You know, Surya, you know that I'm too much interested to know about AI, and today I learned a lot. I'm totally fresh. I don't know. I'm getting into it, but today's session was wonderful. When I saw the subject, I made sure I don't miss it. So what happens normally, I forget it 9 o'clock, and we have been watching our Indian TV soaps and serials. But today, I really heads up to you, Sunil. I
Thank
really
you.
love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Motiji. Thank you.
Any final comments before we wrap up? Any other audience want to make any final comments for Sunilji or for this webinar series?
I
Yes.
see today's program was very good, and the interaction was beautiful. And there are many questions in mind, and more will emerge as we move ahead with AI.
Yep.
I just remembered it was in the, I think, early 80s. I read this word in the American library on a magazine, artificial intelligence. And really, I just couldn't understand what actually it means. And even slightly few years before that, there were no computers in India. And I think the American library had the first computer in Delhi. So I had a look, I had a look at it. And there were a lot of apprehensions. Some people thought this instrument would be used for spying.
Hmm.
And so on. I mean, we always, when something new comes, we just get confused. So there will be good things, there will be bad things, and there will be certain things in between.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what will be ultimately. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Neerajji. As you said that it's I was talking about Gen AI evolution, but it is not an evolution, it's a revolution actually, which will drastically embed into our lives and change our lives if you'll use it ethically.
Yep. Thank you so much, Neeraj, for your final comments, and thank you, Sunil Bhai. And
Yes.
Ashishji, you want to say something? Ashishji?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I just stumbled upon something yesterday, and I thought to share. There is a movie, I haven't watched it. I've just watched the trailer, Humans in the Loop, and apparently it is based on human AI interaction. So if anyone is interested, have a look at the trailer. I'm gonna watch it. It's
Yeah.
called Humans in the Loop. It's a movie from 2024. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
will also recommend a movie called Her, Her, Her. It's a 2008 or something movie. Must watch. What's the possibility? And in 2008, they could visualize that. It was so extraordinary. Sunil, you were saying something.
No, that's what I was. Human in the loop is like is like a pretty non-term in AI world, and I'm glad to see that there is a movie around that one which is stressing upon the importance of human in the loop.
I'll request everyone to connect with Sunilji on LinkedIn. I'll put the link in the chat as well as I will share the Saranya's presentation for prompt engineering as well. Watch it as well. Embrace this technology, and thank you so much, Sunilji, for sharing this knowledge
Thank
on a
you,
very
sir.
short period of time. All the best to you in professional and personal capacity.
Thank you,
Looking
sir.
forward to see you all in next webinar. With that note, good night,
Okay,
everyone.
thank you. Thank you.
Good night.